Kids ask for chocolate over ice cream. Mom complies. This happened earlier today at the grocery store. A mom was in line in front of me with her 2 young daughters. Neither could have been older than 8. Buying a random assortment of items including roughly a gallon of Neapolitan ice cream. Suddenly, one of the girls looks over at a display of candy bars and her eyes light up. "Mommy, Mommy, I want a chocolate bar." She points to the display. Mom looks over and shakes her head. "No, honey, we're already getting ice cream. You don't need a chocolate bar." The girl grabs one of the bars. "But I want this so much more than I want ice cream." She waves the bar in front of her mom's face. She, the daughter, also pushes one into her sister's hands to get her on board. With both of her daughters now waving candy bars in front of her, she suddenly gets the look. "So, you want candy bars instead of ice cream? Is that it?" Quote. The daughters are nodding and emphatically saying, "Yes. Yes. We want the candy bars. Not the ice cream." Quote. So the mom turns to the cashier and says, "Can you please remove the ice cream?" They don't want it. Cashier dutifully clears the ice cream from the order and puts the tub next to the register. She tells the mom her total and is handed the money. The mom starts bagging up her groceries while the kids tear open their candy bars and start devouring their treat. Right as the mom finishes putting the bagged groceries in her cart for the trip out to the car, the kids finish their candy bars, look at the empty wrappers and then at the tub of ice cream sitting next to the register. Realization dawns in their eyes. "Hey, Mom? Could we still get the ice cream after all?" Quote. Mom has a smirk on her face. "You said you didn't want the ice cream. You got the candy bars instead." The daughter who started the push for candy bars looks at the small, empty wrapper in her hands and back at the tub of ice cream. "But this is so much smaller than that." Mom looks back at the ice cream tub and says, "Oh my goodness. You're right. Seems like maybe you screwed yourself out of a lot of ice cream later in exchange for a bit of chocolate now." She sighs. "Isn't that a shame?" Daughter tries to turn on the frown. "But Mom, can't you just go back and buy it? It's right there." Quote. She shakes her head. "No, sweetie. I already paid for the groceries. It's the next gentleman's turn." Meaning me. The cashier had already started scanning my groceries. The daughters take one last look at the ice cream and their empty wrappers before turning in, running away. Not too far. I think they just wanted to not see the ice cream anymore. As soon as they were off, I burst out laughing. "Now that's a lesson. Way to go, Mom." Quote. She smiled back at me. Something tells me it's a lesson they won't soon forget. Because I'm in such a cheerful mood, I say, "You want me to buy that ice cream so they can have it later? It'd be no trouble." She smiles wider and shakes her head. "Nope. If I let you do that, they wouldn't learn their lesson. Now would they?" Quote. Moral of the story. Be careful what you wish for, kids. You just might get it. TLDR. A mom bows to her kids' demands only for them to realize they played themselves out of more candy for less candy. Similar thing happened to me as a kid. I wanted that little tabletop Pac-Man game so bad. My dad said it was too expensive and picked an Atari system instead and showed me how it could play a ton of games. I said I didn't want it. I wanted Pac-Man. Well, the Atari system and games went back on the shelf, and we started walking out of the store. I changed my mind within 2 seconds. Hey, the weird Atari thing was better than nothing, right? But too late. Decision was made. Nearly 40 years later and I still remember that hard lesson. And that is what is known as a learning experience. Good for Mom. 5 stars out of 5. That is wholesomely malicious. Good for mom. It's how they learn. Impulse control will take a while to kick in, but she's prepping it for them really well. That was a beautiful and important lesson on impulse control. Well done, Mom. To be fair, that's just decent parenting. It would have been malicious if you bought the ice cream sitting on the counter and immediately opened it and started eating it in front of them. I like to make deals with my kids. Oh, you want to go swimming? Well, you sure did tear up the couch earlier playing fort with the cushions. How about you put those back and then we can go swimming? Works 90% of the time for us. Reminded me of when I was a teenager. My mom said, if you don't clean up your room, I'm going to throw everything out of the window. My smart-ass teenager self was like, yeah, sure, okay, Mom, sure, you're going to throw my stuff out the window. Mom had set an ultimatum and told me I had 3 days to clean my room or something. Around then. Because it's been like 30 years since this happened, but I still remember. So 3 days later I still had not cleaned up, and whilst I was coming home from school I literally see all of my belongings flying out the window into the driveway. After that I pretty much believe my mom when she said she was going to do something. Good for the mom. Now that is how to parent. Wait to go. Suspect. Great way to teach the value of delayed gratification. My problem is that I want the ice cream too. Whenever I accidentally make a threat to my kid that they're about to lose out in something, and then they do it anyways and lose out, I also lose out. It sucks. Like yesterday. We wanted ice cream. Got in the car. Started to drive. Forgot masks and turned around. Same time. My kid starts getting upset because we adjusted his headrest, and he didn't like that he couldn't see over it anymore, and started to get angry. Told him he had to wait. Gets worse. Threatened to not go out for ice cream anymore. Screams and kicks. Damn it. We talked to him after and went to get ice cream. Because damn it, my wife and I wanted ice cream. Threat changed to him, bring quiet or Mom and Dad will eat it in front of him. Nice quiet car ride. That's a good way to teach the kids to make better choices. Having been in similar situations in stores with kids. Thank you for waiting until the kids were out of earshot to make the offer, since that always makes the tantrums worse when the kids know some kind-hearted stranger is willing to get them what they want, and I have to still say no because the long-term lesson is more important. Different, but similar. I've done stuff like this with my children, and I've had kind strangers offer to buy whatever it was for my kids as well. I had to explain that as defeats the purpose of the lesson. I always thank them for the kind offer. As a parent, I relished this story more than I'd like to admit. For those insisting this is made up, it's probably not. I worked retail as a career, unfortunately, and these moments happen. It was things like this that kept all hope in humanity alive for me. Good parenting goes unnoticed and unapplauded. That is why we are so skeptical when we hear these stories. Ha ha ha, that mom is brilliant.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.